Yeah, it was a fascinating debate actually, because we had a variety of different speakers there. We had some people talking about consumer credit and access to finance from the some of those people are excluded from it, and then also on the business finance side. But I think for me, one of the biggest takeaways was that whilst there is some uncertainty in the economic environment, people have to plan for the long term and make sure that they've got their strategy in mind, they deliver against their strategy, but they're also, if you like, lifting their head up every now and again, see what's going on in the wider world, wider market, to make sure that they can just nudge their plans and their strategy in the right direction. But a fascinating debate. It was really, really pleasing to be part of that. We've got a whole wealth of opportunity ahead of us. So we provide fundamentally three things in the market. We provide credit platforms to lenders, whether those are established organisations that have been in the market for years or new start businesses. So we have the credit platforms. We provide risk analytics capability to the invoice discounting or factoring marketplace as well. And then finally, we are a standby servicer. So when lenders go and get their own funds to lend out, we're there acting almost as an insurance policy from the main funder coming into them. So we're right in the middle of everything that happens in the marketplace. So we're seeing significant demand for new funds across the standby portfolio. We act for about 60 different clients there, about 120, 130 facilities. So every couple of weeks we've got a new facility that we're assisting on through that process. On the risk analytics side, we've got about 95% market share in the UK, which is just remarkable, absolutely remarkable. Our tool is used by everybody. And we're progressively rolling that out around Europe at the moment. So we signed a large contract with BNP last year, rolling out to 8 countries in Europe. We're already in 18 countries around the world, so that's building on that particular approach. And then finally, on the credit platform side, we operate across a range of asset classes, whether that's unsecured lending, motor finance, retail finance, or more recently into mortgages and secured loans. So we see that there's a significant opportunity to bring more of the end customer self-service that you see in the unsecured and retail space into the mortgage markets as well. So we're incredibly excited about the next 12 months. We've got a lot that we're doing. Yeah, so I think the next big thing actually has to be AI. I was saying in the panel earlier that it's a little bit similar to when the internet first came out. You go onto it and you go, well, it's not really that good, is it? It's this kind of walled garden. And I think we've got a similar thing with AI at the moment, that people play with it and go, well, it's fun, but I don't really see the full benefit of it. I think in the next 2 or 3 years, probably, it will start to become more pervasive across the industry that we serve. We'll all be interacting with an AI agent without actually realizing it. I use it every now and again myself for various things. Obviously in a work context quite a bit, but in a personal context, it's better than doing an internet search, isn't it? Because you get an answer rather than having to go to websites to have to go and kind of read through it. So I think that AI has got a very significant role to play in the future. But fundamentally, what we need is to ensure that consumers have got the balance of being able to interact digitally and electronically, but also still have access to a human when they need to do. Because there are some of the financial products that are offered are quite complex, and I guess financial education in the UK isn't brilliant. So some people need to be guided through that process, particularly where there are elements of vulnerability in there. So I think it's a mix of technology and of the human interaction as well.